What Grassroots Collaborative is doing here in Chicago and in Illinois is trying to build a movement of individuals, of families coming together to what we say, take back our city. So given all these cuts that we continue to be faced with, so cuts to parks, to school closings, mental health clinics, we want to actually talk about where the money really is, which is in the hands of the corporate elite here in Chicago and in this country. And to say that that's where our money is and we want to get it back. Like, so there's plenty of money. There is no budget crisis. There's a revenue crisis, and that's because those who have the most money are not paying their fair share. I mean, it's worked to be able to go after particular corporations. It's been very effective. We got $15 million back from the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, which was really huge. But of course, they went and got a bigger tax break from the state. So the work doesn't end. We're clear about that. This is the piece of work that we do, and that we're trying to make the connection between the local and what's happening nationally and internationally as well. Right. So what we started to do is we targeted CME over and over and over, and we did a bunch of creative actions that I think were really key. So we held a bake sale outside of their office because it was called a bake sale for billionaires, because their poor babies were didn't have enough money and they couldn't pay their tax bills, and were trying to get tax breaks from the state, which of course they succeeded in. But we sold muffins, millionaire muffins, and tax cut cookies, and made $6, and we tried to deliver up their $6 to help them out, and they wouldn't let us in. We held class in front of their headquarters another day. So we brought there's 15, 20 young people from Brighton Park, students who came, set up school desks outside, because again, instead of going to our schools, that our tax money was going to the CME. So we thought, well, that's where our money went for our school dollars, so we're going to have to, right? And people really got it. Wait a minute, they got money to fix their bathrooms, but we don't have money to keep my school open. We're closing this clinic. That $2 million could keep all the clinics open, and yet we don't have money for that, but we have $15 million for them to get fancy toilets. So that's I think that messaging really resonated, and we were able to move that forward. We door knocked in neighborhoods across the city, and talked to voters, literally thousands of voters, and got in, told voters about what was going on, the fact that okay, here's libraries closing, and yet here's all this money that exists, and what do you think? And people were really mad, because of course, why wouldn't you be mad about that? And so we actually, our door knockers, our organizers, handed the cell phone to them right then, and had that voter dial and call their alderman, their local city council elected official, to tell them, hey, look, don't do this anymore. That money needs to go back to schools, parks, and libraries. You have to pass this ordinance. And so they signed postcards. We literally generated, I think, over 1,000 phone calls into aldermen just over a period of a few days. So it showed us that if we were able to get on the ground earlier, we actually could have really pushed to get even, we ended up getting $60 million back, which was great, but that still left hundreds of millions on the table. So, I think if we had more time, we could have even had a bigger number there.